Welcome to Designer Golf, the most fun way to introduce your family and friends to the great game of golf. Turn your yard into a championship designer golf course. Play with your spouse, kids, or friends without the pressures and embarrassment of a beginner's round on an actual golf course. Build confidence in making contact with the ball using all the clubs in your bag while getting your spouse, child, or friends comfortable with their swing.
Designer Golf is not just for kids. It's a great tool to practice your own game. For those people that can't get out to the range every week and are complaining and concerned about their game, this is a great way for them to practice in the privacy of their own yard. With our specially designed golf ball, you're able to work on your fades and draws while not having to worry about breaking any windows or doing anything of that nature.
And the pattern of the holes and the size of the holes we have learned through testing allows the ball to fade and draw, yet is very durable to withstand your driver and other iron shots.
And Designer Golf is a great way to practice that short game. You can use regulation golf balls, set up a practice course, and use your pitching wedges, your 8-irons, work on your chipping and pitching.
We all know how tough it is for a beginner to get out on the course for the first time. We also know how hard it is to be the foursome behind a beginner. Designer Golf solves these problems. The rookie years can be spent in the comfort of your own yard with no green fees. And with no green fees, you can play as often as you like. This way you can find your game before stepping onto the course.
In real golf, you notice the difference between a 7 and an 8-iron is generally going to be 10 to 15 yards. But in Designer Golf, you want to think in terms of feet. And don't forget to use elements in your yard to spruce up your golf course a little bit.
I designed this game because I love golf and I wanted to spend more time with my family and friends. And I know we've done a good job because the feedback we've got is spectacular.
I was always afraid to go out on the golf course. I didn't want to hold anybody up. But when we brought Designer Golf home, it gave me confidence to go out and play with everyone else.
What I like is setting it up in your yard. I set up 3 different courses in my yard and change it up every couple of weeks. I get the neighbors involved, my wife is getting good, and my kids play along with us.
Designer Golf has had outings with Big Brothers Big Sisters and also Special Olympics. And I've noticed that the kids are really learning golf etiquette and really learning the game of golf.
When it comes to the short game in Designer Golf, it all depends on how you like to keep your grass. If you like to keep your grass longer, go ahead and try to chip it in. Or if you like to keep your grass shorter, go ahead and use your putter.
For the more experienced player, you can design the course to test your weaknesses. If you can't draw or fade the ball very well, make sure to set up a few holes that dogleg around a tree or other obstacle in your yard so you can practice those troublesome shots.
At one point, all you do is cut your grass and you set up a Designer Golf course. Now all of a sudden you're standing in the back corner of your yard. You never looked at your yard that way before, but here now you set up a hole, now you're starting to have different thoughts of how you can landscape your yard and whatnot. Like I say, the whole thing that's fun about Designer Golf is using your yard. If you hit, for instance, into a tree bank, you can't hit out of the tree bank. That's a stroke. You got to take a stroke, pull it out of there. I have 2 holes in my yard. I have 3 holes in my neighbor's yard. There's 2 in the next neighbor's yard. So we actually have 4 of our neighbors that are involved with it, and there's always somebody out there playing. This is one of the, for instances, where you get your neighbors involved. One of the fun things about Designer Golf is you set up, for instance, what I'm going to do right now, I'm over at my neighbor's house. Everything in front of you here, this is all hazard, just like it would be on a golf course. Across the street over there, that's where our goal is. That's the one! Come on, baby, be there! And now we've all developed a friendship. It's amazing. That's what I say. The game is infectious when it comes to neighborhood friendly. It's a key word with this because you really do become better friends with your neighbors.
One tip when putting in Designer Golf is to remember always aim for the pin flag. It can stop that putt from going a little too far.
All the necessary Designer Golf components come in this convenient, reusable storage case. Designer Golf comes with 18 tee markers, 9 pin flags, 9 cup rings, 4 specially designed neighborhood-friendly golf balls, tees, scorecards, pencil and game rules. All the pieces are made for easy carry, so it's a breeze to redesign the course or for picking up to cut the grass.
I've become a much better golfer because of Designer Golf.
When setting up Designer Golf, the only limitation is your imagination.
You can bring it to a cottage, you can take it to the beach, you could have water traps, sand traps, you could take it to the park.
Designer Golf is for those who don't have the time or money to get to a traditional course often. For those who want to teach their children both how to play golf and use proper etiquette. For those who want a great game to share with your neighborhood. What better gift is there for the golf lover?